Continuing from about where we left off, it's supposed to be in the scene editor. So if your screen looks like this, go to Add Objects, and you'll be in the scene editor. And what we need to do is move Alice back and then turn her body. So I'm going to choose the arrow up here and drag her back so it looks something like the picture on page 34. And then I have to rotate her body, so I'll click on the third icon. And the next step is to save, so save like you have been, same name that you have been using. And also hit done. If this area, world my first method, isn't available, so if it's closed, you can get it back by choosing world, methods, and then edit my first method, and it'll be here. We're going to add instructions to this method to make Alice say hello world. And the reason why we do that is it's a tradition language, computer language, because a textbook author in C programming language did that in C programming language many years ago. Up here in the events editor that we talked about earlier, you can put in commands for when the mouse moves. It'll start an event, or instructions for pressing a button. So if you look at the one that's here, when the world starts, do world my first method, those instructions will go down here. And we could create a new event and add new instructions like something is true when a key is typed. But right now we're just going to add to this one right here. Let's click on Ice Skater in the object tree and then choose Properties tab. We're then going to drag Pose 2 into the editor. Then let's go to Methods. Ice Skater should still be selected, and we'll turn or choose Ice Skater Turn, drag it over here, right, and a lot of times we'll just use a standard one like half a revolution, but let's choose Other and then change that to a 2 and then hit OK. We can use the Do Together tile to make things happen at the same time, which you do in real programming like Visual Basic. So what you do is you go down to the editor, drag up here, Do Together, and then you want to go back to Properties, and we're going to drag Pose 4 from the Properties over to Do Together. Let's drag Ice Skater Move from the Methods tab. So Ice Skater Move from the Methods tab, down below Ice Skater Set Pose, and then we'll go right, Other, and then choose 2 again. I made a mistake, it wasn't right, it's actually forward, so I'm going to go back to the drop down where it says Move and change it to forward. If you save the video, then you can test it, and you'll see the Ice Skater moves forward and changes her pose at the same time. So let's watch that one more time. That's because of the Do Together command right here. So next we're going to have the ice skater turn. So under the methods, we'll drag ice skater turn, and we're going to place it outside of the do together. So it should do this after. So right, and then we need 2 revolutions. Let's watch it. 2 revolutions we just added, and then we want to have her go back to her original position and then look at the camera. Let's bring another do together, drop it under ice skater turn right. Next we're going to drag ice skater turn to face inside the do together, and choose camera. Click the properties tab in the details area, and we're going to drag the first pose back to or underneath the turn to face. We're going to make the ice skater say hello world, and by default it only stays on the screen for 1 second, so we're going to change that. So let's go back to methods, and then we're looking for ice skater say. So if your scroll bar's on the top, it's approximately in the middle on the left side in the details area. So let's drag that underneath the whole thing. Choose other, and then let's type in hello world. We're going to click where it says more and go down arrow. Choose duration, and we want it to have 3 seconds instead of 1 second. That's not an option, so other, 3, then hit OK. And you can change other things, not right now, but when you're making your own program. Durations on all this stuff. Turn to face, turn right, move forward, set pose, all has a duration. Let's save it and test it. File, save world, and then play. Spins, goes forward, changes pose. Hello world. You can export video from Alice. You could go File, Export Video, and then you choose a place to save it. Save. And then there's this option to record. So if you hit that, and then stop recording when it's finished, you can export the video. And it's one thing you can do with it. Also, you can save it as a web page. File, export as web page, choose location, and hit save. Mine didn't work because I don't have Java, so I can't show you that. But for now, let's just save it as it is, show it to the instructor, and she'll grade it. Thank you.